That way you can have both videos. Okay, I was there. But I don't like, I know that's I know that's oh, it says 552. Oh, 552, 447, 552. I turned my echo down. I turned my echo
And
down.
is the echo working? You don't hear the echo, right?
It's giving a little, it's like it's okay. Okay, so we are here live at Harlem Hospital. We are here live, live. I think that's the echo. I think that's just me talking on her phone. So we are here live at Harlem Hospital with the with legendary women doing legendary things. And we're talking about how we're navigating the Trump administration. In a moment, we're going to have a special guest, Lynn, and another special guest, Lynn, the mother of the National Trans March of Visibility, to come and share her story. And then we're going to have Dr. Giselle Noel Triplett to share her testimony from her hospital bed. Because one thing you can't do is keep a good bitch down, period. You can't keep a good bitch down. Take it away, Natasha.
And period. How y'all doing? So we just here. I'm here. As far as the Trump administration goes, for me, I actually am living a little bit for Donald Trump and what he's doing. Now, a lot of y'all might not like what I had to say because y'all might not live in that experience, but I actually identify with the binary. So I don't mind a little bit of male and female identity. Now, as far as for the X and the in between, I do have, a little bit of compassion for you. And I just hope that the Congress does get some education wrapped around these decisions. And as long as it's not affecting adulthood life, I feel like there should be no issues with it. And we need equal rights for all American people. So that's pretty much my standpoint on that. Like it doesn't really bother me too much because, like they said, when people worry too much when it bothers them or affects them, and it kind of still does affect me because I'm a part of the community. So when you pull one person's rights, it's going to affect somebody else's rights, and when you pull this right, it's going to affect this. It's a Jenga effect. I keep saying that this man is playing Jenga.
And so thank you so much for sharing that with the audience today. We can yes, thank you so much for sharing that. One thing that you want to have when you have a panel of girls speaking about what's going on with Donald Trump is you want to have people who are not afraid to have a difference of opinion. Today we are all different elements. Natasha represents water, I represent air. We have fire over here, and we also have earth here. So we have earth, air, water, fire, which is why I chose the picture that I chose, the four elements. So now we're going to hand it off to Lynn, and Lynn is going to come and step up front and talk about a little bit of how she feels about under the Trump administration and share a little bit of her thoughts.
Hi everyone, how you doing today? I want to say, I can't say the word I really want to say. I'm gonna say F Trump. That's where I'm coming from. F him. We are not going anywhere. We haven't been anywhere. We've been here since the beginning of time. So no, we're not going nowhere. So it's going to be a little harder to get things done within the next 4 years. But stay vigilant. We are definitely having the National Trans Visibility March this year. It would most likely be in June. But all I can say to my people out there, stay the course, don't lose faith, believe in you, because nothing will change who you are. Don't let anyone deter you from being who you are, because now they want to say, oh, man, it's only a man and a woman. We already knew that. We already knew that. That's why I'm a trans woman. There are trans men. So we knew there was only two genders, men and woman. I mean, how many do you want them to be? So at the same time, Trump is doing all this stuff for shock value, and to get the girls all riled up and feel like, they could be erased. Nothing can be erased but ink and a pencil. Your individuality would never be erased. You know, Fire can erase things, but humans are never erased. As long as they live, thrive, and continue to be themselves, we will always be here throughout time. So again, I'm gonna say F Trump. And leave it there.
So before we turn it over to before we have a word, I'm gonna hold the camera for Dr. Giselle. But before we have a word from her, I just want to say really briefly, to our intersex and to our non-binary people. We're basically just going back to how we were before. Like we've had a season to acknowledge intersex people, to acknowledge non-binary people, and unfortunately, because when Obama began his campaign to endorse the trans community, he did um, show up and connect with cis passing trans people. And that's why we had all of these little children trying to have surgeries at such a young age, and that's what they used. They used that the little children were getting surgeries to try to make us look like we was demonic and we was doing too much. But the pressure that they put on us to assimilate into society created the climate that had these little children around here feeling like they needed to take testosterone blockers and that they needed to have surgeries. And so that created this climate. Like, it's interesting how the government will create this climate and create these problems and then want to look like they're the ones that's solving it. But for the most part in our country, we've only identified with two genders. I did not even know that, they were giving out X's on the passports. I didn't even know it. I had no clue. I just found out when he got ready to take it away. Like, I had no idea that they were putting X's on passports. And I think in some parts of the country they were recognizing other genders, but this is pretty much us just going back to where we were. So now we're going to bring the camera over here and let Giselle say something.
Hey, I know y'all not used to seeing me. It's plain Jane is this, but like they see it up in the hospital. Um, First I want to say, I thank the Lord for me even being here today. It's a miracle that I'm still here. As some of you all know, I had already left this earth, so to say. I caught it, and I ended up in a coma for 3 days. And once I woke up, the lovely Lynn was walking her way through the door right on time. But as it applies to Trump, a lot of people try to blame it all on him. But what we have to understand is there were trans people that voted for him. There were black people that voted for him. There were black men voting for him.
Correct.
There were black women that voted for him. So while black people, us, were doing all that laughing at the Mexicans sitting up here having to get deployed or their families getting separated or either, still seeking asylum underground, we have to take into consideration that we've already been through that. Why would you laugh at that?
Exactly.
And then when you laughing at it, just state now, this is Trump we talking about. Do you think they're gonna only mess with Mexicans? Don't y'all know that the black folks, the Nigerians gonna be next? The Nigerians gonna be next. And then on top of that, as a race, people already know they gonna grab and get us too. They already have. Some of y'all already crying because she ain't got no food stamps. But all of a sudden, when Trump got in the office and started doing these rampages, doing these deployments, y'all sit her laughing. Some of y'all feel sorry for him. Well, a lot of us not gonna feel sorry for y'all that are for Trump no way because guess what? Yo, EBT card is not working. I mean, it is what it is. But what we really need to understand is, and I can't stress this enough, is that, you know, systematic racism, as it applies to the African American race, is us being controlled in every aspect of our lives, from entertainment to the medical field, to athletes, to us just having basic rights. Systematic racism does apply to us and was invented to keep us down on a level. And as soon as we learn how to get back on that level, then the rules always change. That's how I did become Dr. Giselle Noel. It's because I was in a position where every time a particular grant that I was over was getting renewed, it still required more education. So it's like they were changing the rules, trying to make sure that I wasn't gonna have a job, but they didn't think that I would be able to get as far as I could in school. And it's just one simple example of how systematic racism applies to the African American community. We have to all sit up here and understand that Black people are the top consumers, Black people are the top inventors, and
Let's give her a second. She have something to do. Something. She have something to do.
I want to say one more word to what my sister was saying. Systematic racism. You all know that Trump wants to revive the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment. Those are amendments that made us free. If they revise those, you can literally be put back in chains and put back in the cornfields, cotton fields, to start picking again. So while you sit up talking shit, excuse my language, about the migrants being sent home, just know that they want you in them places in the fields. They want you to do the job. They want you to do the work. They want to take away your humanity. So to revive those three amendments that made us free is a very dangerous thing. So while you're sitting back laughing, running your mouth and giggling, just know that you're next. Ha ha ha.
That's it. So Lynn is gonna give you. Lynn is gonna give you that.
And as y'all can see in this prompt, it says y'all won, right?
like my sister
But y'all
said,
biological males can't play sports with your biological female children. It's too bad for the Nationals though. Because now what's next? What y'all gonna get next? Y'all thought y'all was gonna win by having that ingraciousness spewed all over the executive orders. But now y'all still have much more education to do. That's it.
and like Lynn say, ha 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 ha. I second that. I really honestly do. Because I don't understand why would anybody vote for somebody that they know it's going to hurt someone in our family. They know it's going to hurt our race as a whole. Or they know it's just inhumane.
It wasn't for
Period.
them. They worried about them, not
One
us.
thing that upset me before Trump even got into office is why in the world would someone think that they could sit up here and control a woman's body or a trans person's body or anybody's choice on the surgeries they put on their body? I don't understand it.
Yeah, so this is my thing. I think they're using trans people to come after everybody else. It started with women. It started with, okay, so for me, first of all, how I see this is I see they started with women's bodies because they were trying to make sure that the Caucasians kept procreating. So because the Caucasian population is dwindling, and so now they're coming for the trans community because if we keep modifying our bodies and having these surgeries, then this affects our ability to be able to procreate. Taking testosterone blockers, taking the hormones and stuff like that. So this is affecting our ability to be able to procreate. Who are the ones mostly having these surgeries? White people. White trans people are the ones that want to assimilate the most because it's most beneficial to them to assimilate. But unfortunately, in that assimilation process, they can't do what they were created to do, and that's procreate. And so, because they're not procreating, they want to get rid of it and make it look like, oh, it's an attack, or trans community is this and the trans community is that. No, the trans community, your white trans people are not procreating and making more slaves for you on this here plantation, and the women aren't birthing any more people, aren't birthing oppressors. They're not bringing no more slave masters here for you, and so you're upset about it. You're mad about it. You're mad about it. You're mad about it.
I feel like it's just a tactic that they're using to just cause further divide. Like you were saying, like they first started out with the female rights at all times, and it was the kids. It was the kids, and then it was the women, and now it's. But my point that I'm making is from what, because that is true, but from the point I'm trying to connect is they are trying to cause further division, especially between the feminine divine energy on this planet, and if you can separate the feminine, because they all standing together seem like, but if we can separate the feminine, no, we messed up their rights. We took away they bodily autonomy. They can't give, decide whether they want to go have babies or not. But now that we took that away, we're going to come and now we're going to take away other feminine beings' rights, and we're going to make them the targets. Because now, they're the ones endangering y'all. They're these trans females are the ones endangering women's rights. So yes, let's amp that up now. When that's actually false, because trans women are the ones getting up to go to these polls to vote
Okay.
against
So it's 32 people
patriarchy.
on the live. Could somebody click
So
that thumbs
this
up
is very
button?
much
We
what
need
this
some
is about.
support. Click the thumbs up button. Do you
Thumbs
have
up, like the
anything you want to?
screen. Oh, go ahead. I was just telling them. No, I
Okay.
was just telling them thumbs up, like the screen. But yeah, that is what that was about. It's about division so that they can conquer us. And if we don't stand together now, we're going to continue to fall. And this is what I'm saying. All those chairs that be empty in the Congress, people need to be getting up to go fill them chairs up. Because what are y'all doing? We sit home, we talk crap, we watch baddies. But we got baddies on Capitol Hill. We got
Exactly.
Jasmine Crockett, and what's that white lady name? You don't like drama? Go down there and sit in those chairs and watch that drama. Have something to do, some tenacity and being productive in your fight and what you really stand for. Because what's happening right now is they are trying to have senators paid out of work so that they don't have to work, but they're still gonna get paid because now I want to control everything. So if I can pay the Senate to be gone and the Congress to get out, I can do what I want to do. And if that's the job of the Congress and the Senate is to protect us and to uphold those oaths, the oath of the Constitution for the American people. So one thing I want people not to get into is fear and fear mongering, because our system is set up the way it's set up for the reason.
Yeah, that's right.
The founding fathers knew what they were doing. That they were already wise.
That's
They knew what
right.
was going to
That's
happen.
right.
So this is why
That's
they set
right.
up everything how it's supposed to set up.
And it's going back to how it was.
And it
And it's
should.
going back to how it was. Do you have anything you want to
Especially
add?
for the betterment of all people and not just including those white teeth.
Do you have something else you want to add to that?
I do. At first, when this stuff started rolling on out, it was, at least when it was visibly rolling on out, it was after the Trump administration rolling on into Biden's administration. And I mean, that was only the lesser of two evils, if you ask me. And people were sitting up here looking at what's going on in Mississippi, because then they were saying Mississippi was rolling on back Jim Crow laws. But if you think about it, that's not just Mississippi doing it. That's gonna be the nation, period. But that's what y'all wanted, right? That's what you voted for, right?
48 people on the line.
That's what you voted for. That's what you voted for.
54.
I mean, that's what I don't even understand. If you were black, if you was a woman, if you was trans, or even just a human being, period, just his plan that he rolled out for 2025 was already visible a year before now.
Yeah, but prior to
And now,
2025 was on both
this
sides
is
too.
what we doing. This is what we doing. And y'all be fooled thinking that the Senate is gonna go on and just not get paid.
Do you think that there's going to be another president after Trump?
Nope.
They're trying not to. They're trying to make it seem like the incumbent term uh, doesn't need to have a time frame, a tenure. They want him to stay in office because when it's the truth is they really do want us back in 1948. And if they really headed that way, they would really be going back to 1865. I-
We need to check on it.
They really told y'all point blank, period, that they were coming for us that type of way. Because remember, they said they didn't want the Mexicans over here. Remember? So the Mexicans aren't over here, and they're the ones that's working for minimum wages and things of that nature. Where you think them jobs gonna go to? Uh, remember the black jobs? And what they call it? The black jobs. Oh, okay. Y'all better wake up.
But that's what. But that's what I want to say. That's what my sister said. Keep in mind, y'all thought they were lying about a new world order. You thought they were lying. Everything that's been said was happening today now has been true. Oh, six of them. All of the conspiracy theories, damn near all of them have been proven to be facts today. So this was all a plan from the start.
I need to go down.
Trump was just the one to initiate. That's all. It's a plan from the start. So yeah,
Just go down there.
they want to put you back in your name. What do I do?
Just said it loud. Yeah.
Back in chains, baby. They want you back under their thumb, under their foot. They want to be able to, rape women again like they did back in the day. They want to be able to.
Great. Hey, great.
So, that's what this has been the plan the entire time. Y'all didn't want to believe that. It's just the truth. Look at what's happening. Go back and research some of this stuff. I've been talking about this since 2006. Nobody wanted to hear it. They want to believe me. How the Federal Reserve itself was a private central bank of unconstitutional itself. So, what are you saying? We have to realize that they don't love us. They've never liked us. And they're never going to. They're actually mad and upset that we've made any kind of progress in this country, in us as Black people. I have always fought for trans folks alike, the LGBT community, and also Black people. Because we all have to come together. We're not going to win this fight without each other. That's not going to happen. And if things get any worse than what it is today, what's going on now, know this. Civil war will happen. Nothing will change without some bloodshed. I am so sorry. It has gotten to that point now. Nothing will change without some bloodshed. Because has been the plan the entire time. Now they want to release the documents for JFK, JFK King and Bobby Kennedy. Now, do Black people do not believe any of the lies you may read in that documentary? In that document that they have of King they want to release now. I've started to read some of the pages. I don't believe some of that shit. Some of the things that they may have said. I don't believe them. And keep this in mind. They have always wanted to destroy the legacy of Dr. King. Don't you think they would dock up the documents, put lies in there saying that he was cheating on Coretta, having sex parties and orgies and all this other things they want to say about him? I believe none of it. It's to destroy his character in the eyes of the people who love him the most. Don't fall for it. They want to say Malcolm X was gay. No one believes that.
That's
They
it.
want to make you
Hey,
feel like
Martin
none of
was
our
too.
what it is. They want to make you feel like none of your black leaders was actually for you. It was all bull. That's not true. They gave their lives to ensure that we were free tomorrow. If you don't wake up now, your children will be slaves.
Like while they
You
down
understand?
here still being divisive and stuff, like you guys are sickening, praying to God. Which God are y'all worried about? Which God? Y'all talking about the devil is real. I feel like most of y'all resonate more with the devil because
Than
none
you
of
do
y'all
anything
operate
else.
out of love. None of y'all operate out of the power of God. Y'all all operate out of hate and low vibration. And so what also is getting on is getting to me about y'all is y- why y'all here?
Yes, honey, we gay and
I mean, I'm not gay, but why are y'all here?
we're trans. So you mad?
Why are y'all here? MLK admitted to being led into a burning
Oh,
bush. Yeah,
y'all
he
so
was.
angry. See, I can tell y'all Trump supporters, those in the comments want
Love
to
is
talk
telling
mess
somebody
and
the truth.
talk
Well, the
junk.
truth is, listen to the message that's being shared. Are we talking about gender right now? Or are we talking about coming together? Because we're talking about coming together as a people, and you're talking about stupid things that don't even matter about who somebody sleeps with. That's irrelevant. What is important is what's on the inside, what is in their soul, what's on their heart. Y'all sitting here talking about oh and burning not where
No
what
bill
book?
has got nobody, you fool.
He said my children said
It's
they
the
want to be slaves.
underscore check.
Well, baby, your children is gonna be slaves because you look like a
Oh,
slave.
that's all right, boo. Y'all be behind bars right along with them, boo. While you talking shit, talking mess right about now, you'll be going down with us. If you're not part of the 1%,
You're
you don't
already a
matter
slave.
either. Get into it.
You're already a slave.
If you
Look
ain't
at
part of the 1%, your dumb ass don't matter either. And they will unalive you as well as anyone else. So talk your junk while you sit behind the bars yourself with your children, wondering why you didn't fight for equal equality for everybody
mm-hmm.
and under the
Because
law.
when they
See,
pull one
don't
person
feel
right, they're gonna
stupid
forget
because
everybody.
don't talk to me because you look stupid. Don't talk to me because you look stupid. MAGA, make America great again. It's not for you. It's not for you, baby. He didn't talk. He didn't mean it for you and your people
She downstairs going to get the
because
food.
y'all are commoners to
Commoners to
them.
them.
You're
You're
not
not
royalty.
royalty.
You're not
You're not
part of
part
the
of the 1%.
1%, the
The elite.
elite. You're cattle, profane Goyans, what they call y'all.
Now I try
Get
to ignore
into
them
it.
them
Look the
comments.
word up. Profane Goyan. It means cattle. Get into it. That's what you are to them. When you want to run them up and talk crazy, baby, don't feel bad. When they come get you too. That part.
I'm trying to wait for it to come in.
Y'all folks are so ignorant, it
Well,
don't make
maybe.
no sense.
Does anybody have any like what? How do y'all feel about living under Trump's administration right now? How do y'all feel? Are there any rights that y'all feel like that could affect you guys since y'all have so much ignorance to say? Do y'all feel like there are any rights that could actually affect you in your livelihood going forward? Girl, we started reading the comments.
What?
We just started reading
The
the
salt of
comments.
what?
You have to answer that for yourself. A woman is a social construct.
You gonna see it then.
A woman is an act. A woman is a role. Oh my goodness, I thought you were the 19 because we started reading the comments and reading into them. Now they coming. That's how you gotta give them.
Hey, how y'all doing?
They
So
said we
yeah,
was going to burn
Yeah,
and girl.
we might be
yeah.
off script, but it's
Well,
still
that's because
relevant.
my moderator's not on here. That's why.
We're
I've been
off script,
blocking
but
them,
it's
but they
still
still come
relevant.
back up.
Wow, we need a script. This ain't no scripted
Okay,
series.
No,
so
we're not. Go ahead.
so let me say this right fast, cause y'all is really trying to get it crunk on here. Um, my children said they want to be slaves.
But let them be. Let them be.
Well, let them be, but have at it. Hope you have fun
Oh
when
wow!
they come in the room and grape you
They
and your
said when you look
kids.
ignorant, they just won't hold on to that.
When y'all are
Oh
hanging from a tree,
wow!
The
go right,
popular
have
tree.
at it, baby. Have at it. When they have pick a nigga and you're the one they pick for they pick a
So
nigga picnics.
so we don't want to derail like the positive side of how we're navigating. So let's kind of like switch the energy and get back into how we are navigating. Yeah, let's get back into how we are navigating.
I
Um,
read some of these comments. I didn't think I was like, dang,
Is this a black
yeah,
man talking with some Trump all day? You and did you vote for Trump? I want to know did you vote for Trump because
but
he
let
coming for your coon ass too.
yeah, let's get into
this white must be vegetarian kids.
That's all they are is cattle to breed for the plantation. They don't realize that they're just being used
yeah,
as
but I
cattle
think that's what some of them want
to
though.
breed. They're only made to procreate. Have we not seen
Yeah, and Trump
religion?
and Trump is not here to save any of them. Trump is here to save the wealthy class.
The
Like
wealthy.
what people don't understand is what this administration is about, what this election is about, is that we were about to lose America altogether. The reason why they could not put Kamala in office is because Kamala would have made us vulnerable internationally. So she was good for in-house, and Trump was good for the world. Trump was for world affairs. But unfortunately, the caveat to having Trump in office is now he's
Oh
not
my
good for
God, that's
in-house.
good.
He don't care about what's going on with poor people. He don't care about what's going on with disenfranchised people. It's about setting it back to right. It's about setting the order in which this nation was founded upon back right. That was immigrant and minority workers. And every time we talk about immigrants, it's crazy because this country was founded by immigrants. Like literally, the founding fathers are the founding immigrants. So it's crazy. Like they are the founding immigrants. They're the founding immigrants. So when we talk about immigrants, we have to talk about how the founding fathers were all immigrants. Like we have, like, where are we going to have that conversation? Trump's mama wasn't even born here. Elon Musk is not from here.
Well, she said that we need to keep ourselves healthy because we have to work for them. Your children have to work for that. So,
So, Mr. BOK King down there, your children gonna have to work for her.
So this is about setting things back to right. Like while Kamala would have gotten elected, she would have put a band-aid on things temporarily. She would have kept us, smiling and keying and going along with the dream if she would have gotten elected. But unfortunately, we would have been internationally vulnerable because this is a patriarchal world.
they was gonna see a woman and think weak. But they
Trump,
didn't think about that about
right?
like
Trump is a whole barbarian. So he's ready for the smoke internationally. That's why they put him in office. But don't think that because he's in office and he's gonna protect against the world. The only reason why the only reason why he's gonna protect America against the world is because, baby, for the same reason when your slaves ran away, didn't you go find them? Didn't you go hunt for them? Did you spend money to go protect your slaves and find your slaves? These white men about to lose their slaves to another continent, to another country. These white men not ready to lose all their slaves. They're not ready to lose all their slaves. This is what that's about. And if you think it's anything different than that, then baby, you call us delusional. Y'all are delusional. Bitch, they wasn't ready to let their slaves go. When we used to try to run away during slavery times, when you used to try to get away, baby, especially if you some good slaves, all this work that they've been doing, you think they finna let that go to waste? You crazy? You crazy? They finna set it back to rights. They finna set it back to rights. And ISIS, and ISIS, and ISIS, and ISIS, and ICE ain't nothing but slave catchers.
It's a boat.
ICE ain't nothing but slave catchers.
Oh,
ICE is modern day slave catchers.
Modern day? Are you sure? Are you sure they're modern day?
right there at the candle. Look, you go.
so how do you feel about that? So what everything she just said was absolutely true. They don't want to lose their slaves because you know that the slave patrol was the police.
Bring the
They
camera
were the
about
first
the damn
police, slave
nigga.
patrol. They come find you, put you back in slavery. There was no freedom for you. They're mad that you had these 200 years of freedom. They're mad about that. So now your ass is going back.
Get back.
What's the laughs and giggles about that? I want to see.
So ain't gonna nothing gonna matter.
So you men,
There's nothing.
so you men who vote for Trump, how about y'all not gay? Get ready for your butt breaking.
Buck breaking, babe.
You bestie.
Come on, man. Get down.
Get ready for the butt breaking, baby. Y'all have sagged y'all pants for years. Get ready for the butt breaking, boo. Why you running your mouth?
Hollywood already ready.
Why you running your mouth, boo? Get ready for your butt breaking. They're coming for you. And your wife and your girlfriends, they'll be going in their rooms raping them like they did before. So while you talking shit, stand up and fight back for your freedom, baby, because that ain't what you want. You don't want that for real. You really want to be free to do whatever you want to do in life. So why y'all acting stupid? So those of you who have voted for him, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Because if he revives the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment, that will happen. And those who stand behind bars with y'all Trump supporters, if that go down, yeah, it's going down for y'all then.
I got ice. Ice water right here.
Why you want to run your mouth and talk crazy? How about that? I had to come on to that right quick. While she read y'all intelligently, I had to get a little ghetto with you. So you can get it. Get the real point. Because y'all don't want to be butt broken, do you? Do you? Do you? So y'all are just getting ready for it. That's all that is. While you prepare for the last decade or half. You like that.
Eric said they already doing it.
Exactly.
They already doing it. They already getting them cakes rolled out. They've been practicing. Diddy been getting y'all ready, huh? Diddy been getting y'all ready. Baby, y'all ready to go back to the plantation, huh?
We know y'all ready because look at
Y'all ready to go back. Eyes
look at
ready.
Twitter, baby.
Eyes
Gay
ready.
porn all over Twitter, so y'all ready.
Eyes ready to go back to getting them cakes plowed. Eyes ready.
Yes,
Eyes
baby,
ready.
get into
Yes, the
it.
master. No.
Get into it. Y'all want it. Y'all
Baby,
want to talk shit.
I'm finna go ahead and delete Mr. Take Your Bitch, cause baby, you sitting up here talking about what the world has come to, and your username is
It's
Take
coming
Your
to an
Bitch.
end.
your
It's coming to an end, and y'all left it
your
alone.
username is Take Your Bitch, and you coming on here trying to act like you have, like you got some credit, like you. Like you have a credibility.
They're gonna
Like
take you, and you're gonna be their bitch. How about
I'd be
that?
damned if I feel read by somebody whose username is Take Your Bitch. Come on now.
Because he's a right. You gotta take somebody else because you can't get your own. Wow, y'all are so sad. You know,
Right.
so sad. And I said for you, and I felt like y'all wanted to be slaves because you fight for nothing. You get mad for 10 seconds, then you go back to normal. There's no longevity in our protests and strikes or what have you. Y'all protest for a week or two, then you go back to being subservient to the system again. You don't want true freedom. Like Omar just said, y'all want to be comfortable, but you don't want true freedom. There's a difference.
How can I get added? We already did the door. I don't know if you could do more than one
can't.
people. You can't. You only could do two. Yeah, you gotta join at the beginning, baby.
But babe, I feel so sorry for y'all. I do. Like I said before, I've been talking about this since 2006. It's almost 20 years later. Next year will be 23, 26, I mean. And y'all, and now here we are. They want to give you microchips in your arm to pay for your food, your groceries. Your check will come on your arm, come on your microchip. I thought about that for 20 years now. Elon Musk wants to put a neural link in your brain.
I'm ready for it.
They want all of that done to you. Bioengineer you. make you a living cyborg. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that's part I like.
Oh, boys say, oh, we can create man today better than the God of the Bible. And that's from the World Economic Forum. Uh-huh. So I thought you said your God was a jealous God, but yet this man says he can make man better than the God of the Bible. I thought he was jealous. I can't tell.
Well, now we, you know, now that's my sister. She's from a different generation.
Yes, I
We
am.
earth, air, water, fire.
I'm definitely fired.
And so I don't disagree with anything that she's saying, but I also want to bring it to the fact that we shape our own reality. A lot of y'all is gonna do yourselves in because you're weak minded, you're lazy, you get on the internet and want to be a
Hold on.
gangster, but you're not a gangster in real
Hold
life.
on. Hold on. Let me read you stupid. Let me read you stupid down there, Mr. Tube of Noob. Let me read you stupid. Go do your research. Adults in this country can do what they want to do. What has been restricted, since y'all are so worried about who's playing sports with who, what has been restricted is anybody that receives federal funding. That
Okay,
means schools,
Anandia, you can start getting rid of
institutions,
some of this bullshit in the chat because I made
schools,
you a moderator.
institutions. Those are who will be placed under those
Aaron, you want to be a
laws of
moderator so you could get rid of some of this foolishness? Let
biological
me
quote
know.
unquote children can't play with biological other children. But as far as the real world, national, anything that's in the real world, as far as your WNBA or anything else, y'all ain't win. All y'all did was put stipulations on your own children, and that's fine. You said all your teeth is busted, baby. I ain't no teeth.
Baby,
Ain't
I'm
no
not
teeth
worth
busted.
it. Bitch, I don't give a fuck,
Let
bitch.
me tell you about this
Your
gap.
booty hole gonna be busted.
This gap is beauty
After
in
this
Africa.
administration is done, bitch.
Learn,
Ah,
baby.
Oh,
ah.
and one more thing, and also for you girls who voted for Trump, baby, please don't get raped. Please don't get raped, baby. Or somebody is being molested by their uncle, father, cousin, or
Matthew
brother.
said Jesus Christ is
Please don't
king,
get
bitch.
raped because know something
Oh,
now? You can't have an abortion.
and from the way
Y'all
it
gonna
looks,
have to eat that.
and from the way it looks,
You're
most of
gonna have
y'all,
to eat that, have that, and go on with life. They ain't gonna care if you was raped or not. They ain't gonna care if you was molested or not. Because you know why? They need more bodies for the plantation. So you girls gonna
Jesus
push
is a
out
slave
more
ship.
slaves.
Jesus is a slave ship,
So
sweetie.
baby, while you girls talk your mess, go ahead and eat that great baby, honey. Eat it. And be happy and do it with a smile and a Coke.
They cleaning up the chat now.
Make a trans
The chat is
lead.
now being purged.
Make a
The chat is
trans
now
lead.
being purged.
And when y'all say stupid stuff like that, do you
There's
not
a
realize
purging going on
that
in the chat.
even if you wanted to make a trans league, what kind of league are you talking about? Let's be specific. Let's really get into those dynamics. You want to make a trans league, okay? Or are we talking about a league of trans men? Because that's most likely to happen because trans men like sport. Are we talking about a league of trans women? That's not going to happen. Most some girls
But
like
we
sports,
expected we
but most
expected
females don't like sports.
yeah
So we
the
don't even have
DLs
enough to make a trans woman team. So please stop being retarded when y'all speak.
the DLs are fighting hard to hold on to the punkyarchy. They're fighting hard to hold on to the punkyarchy. The punkyarchy. The punks are fighting hard. They're fighting punks. You better fight punks. Fight on punks. You closet DL punks. Fight for your life, punks. You closet DL punks. Fight. Fight punks. Fight you closet punks. Fight on. Fight on you DL punks.
Amen. But I'm red here. Don't make your
No
no. Stop
man
saying
will
ignorant stuff
not
out your mouth.
deter thee. Fight punk.
Oh,
Fight
because
on
that's my
punk.
piano right here. What on the
Oh,
side is
y'all
saying,
fighting punks. The
about
fighting punks,
about
baby.
about oh,
The punks is in the comment section
bitch.
trying
Don't
it.
belong to y'all trying to say, bitch. Grown people can play with grown people if they want to. Y'all worried about y'all children. That's really what the bitch be. My children, my children. I don't want 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 my children.
Yes, the punks. The punks are fighting in the comment section. The punks is foaming at the mouth, baby, because we're talking about their good. We're telling the truth. We're exposing the truth. Now, if you're here for the truth and you're not a monitoring spirit, if you're not a monitoring spirit, I want to see how many of the true supporters, how many of you really, truly, honestly love and care about your people, whether they're trans, whether they're gay, whether they're straight, whether they're poor, whether they're wealthy, whether they're positive, whether they're ex-convicts, whoever. If you love your people, then that thumbs up button should be higher. It's 100 and something people on this live. It should be more than 6 thumbs up, and y'all are playing. Y'all are playing. Y'all coming on here. This is why when it's time to rally and it's time to march, don't expect anybody to come together for you. Don't expect nobody to show up for you. Don't expect nobody to be there for you, because this is the same spirit. When Martin Luther King was going through what he was going through, there was people saying, you should have left them people alone. You should have left them people alone. Let me tell you something. Your energy would have us at the back of the bus. Your energy would have us at the back of the line. Your
Like it does
energy would
now.
have us bowing down and taking anything that come to us. Y'all try to paint us out to be weak and scary, but we got the courage to get on this live to talk when we are under attack
Oh,
as trans
and talk
people,
about
and we're
the support
still
of
standing up
everybody
for
and not
not
just
only
us,
ourselves,
but for
but we're
everyone.
taking the time to inspire you and to empower you. And instead of you, at least you don't even have the courage to click the thumbs up button. You don't even have the courage to click the thumbs up button. Y'all was the type of black men that was standing around with George Foreman was George Floyd was murdered in the street, was and watched
With their
him.
phones out.
Watched him. You pulled out your phone instead of running over there and putting your foot
Up somebody ace.
instead of putting your foot.
Up somebody
That's
ace.
what y'all did. But let me tell you something. With my sissy, punk, faggot ass, if I would have been standing out there when George Floyd would have had that happen to him, it'd have been two bodies on the
You said you
ground,
don't even know who
and
you're
one of
talking
them would
about.
have been mine, because I would have risked my life to defend my brother. I got more nuts than y'all, and I motherfucking got mines cut off. So talk about that, bitch. Faggot that, bitch. Because we ride for each other.
I second that notion. You hoes stand up for nothing.
But while we're supposed to be coming together, they're about
Nothing.
to tear us
You will
apart.
sit back and watch and one of your brothers or sisters be murked and killed in your face, and you do nothing. Like you hoes stood there on the train and watched a lady burn alive. You do nothing. You sat there and you watched that man flick his lighter, set her ablaze, fan that motherfucker, and watched her go be engulfed. Y'all do nothing. So let's be clear. You don't fight for shit because you stand for nothing. So bend over and be butt broken like you wanna
Let's
be.
finish getting plowed.
Exactly. So call me the faggot. Call me the sissy. Call me the punk. But every day, we have to stand up for each other. We have to risk our lives for each other. We stand up for each other every day. And if I ain't learned anything as a black feminine being who is celebrating my foremothers in a world that don't do nothing but suck niggas' dicks, in a world that don't do nothing but put men on pedestals who don't deserve to be on pedestals because half of them is cowards. And as long as he wears some Timberland boots and got his pants sagging off his ass, y'all gonna worship that nigga. Y'all gonna put that nigga on a pet. Let me tell you something. We wouldn't have had Stonewall if it wasn't for the girls that look like us. If it wasn't for the girls, bitch, we the soldiers, bitch. We the ones who threw the bricks and the bottles and the cups and stood up against the police. We the ones who stood up against the motherfucking government, bitch. Every motherfucking resistance they ever had, bitch, it was us, bitch, because we never had no closet to hide in, bitch. We ain't never had no closet to hide in. So call me a faggot, bitch. But I guarantee you, I walk out my door every day with motherfucking
Shit.
sugar in my tank and motherfucking fire in my heart, bitch. Know what the fuck you talking about? Nah.
And that was the whole message. It's nothing else that needs to be said. So we enjoyed y'all. This has been a hell of a live. This has been a hell of a live. And I just want to thank all of my sisters for coming out here, visiting me, and making sure that I'm doing well. And I am doing well. But the question is, are the people in the comments doing well?
And this is what unity looks like. We love her. We can see about her. But you hoes can't come around the block and see about your own people.
And this how we built different. When your boy said they not like us, they not like us, you will never make me feel bad for not being ashamed to look like my mama. You'll never make me feel bad for not being ashamed to look like my grandmother.
Me
You'll
either.
never make any of us feel ashamed for
No, I don't.
celebrating our foremothers because y'all don't. Y'all took her out the Bible. Y'all took her out the church. Y'all wouldn't let her be the president of the United States. Bitch, you will never, ever make me ashamed of the woman that lives in me, bitch. Because a hoe live in you, you fucking halflings, bitch.
That I second that notion. That part.
That's our fault.
Donovan Alderate Kuwa keeps spitting and turning in Gani Yoko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God, goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Bound and round, both circle and square, we too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair, ill by both of our, which means we come in peace, no harm to any. Lay limb, lay lurk. Blessings to the ancestors that have come, the ancestors who are here, and the ancestors who are coming. You don't have to be filthy rich to stand on business. Be ye ready. Strap up your boots and be ready.
And let's get to it.
Winter is coming. Matter of fact, it's here.
And let's get to it.